What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me here on the Fig Heel YouTube channel. And today we're taking a look at this week's wrestling action figure reveals. What's going on, Fig fam? Thank you for joining me here on the Fig Heel YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button, like this video, comment below, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our drops. We've been doing a lot of great stuff on here. We just did an unboxing review of the upcoming Farewell Tour Elite John Cena, as well as the Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition, thanks to Mattel. Also have some Mattel vlogs, reveals, toy hunts, a lot of good stuff going on. So please smash that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at Fig Heel. But today we are taking a look at this week's wrestling figure reveals. And honestly, I don't think it's any surprise that this week is kind of light in terms of reveals, not just because next week is WrestleMania week, but also with all the news of like the tariffs going into effect. I think a lot of companies were kind of holding off on presenting anything to the public, but that doesn't mean nothing came out, because there are a few companies. So let's get into it, baby. Starting off with this. You are seeing that correctly. That is a 12-inch Hawk from Legion of Doom. And yes, it is pretty much the WWF Hasbro. This comes from Latuni.com. They are doing their Everest series, which is a 12-inch series. And this is the Road Warriors. We will be getting multiple versions of the Road Warriors in this 12-inch scale, the first ever 12-inch scale Road Warriors, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't like that it is literally just a copied mold of the Hasbros. And I had this conversation with somebody, and they were like, oh, but yeah, the legs are newly sculpted. Nah, check them out. Those are mirrored Animal legs. And if you don't believe me, let's take a look at Animal. And there they are, the same legs as Animal. You'll notice that he has the gold spikes. At first, I was like, wait a minute, why are these mismatched figures? They shouldn't be. They're not. Apparently, we're going to be getting them in red and gold. But also, you'll notice that they are side by side with the Everest Macho Man. These do not look like they're in the same line. They are the same line, but they don't look like they're in the same line. I mean, Macho Man looks like he has on those big red boots that Seth Rollins was wearing at one point. These do not look like they're in the same series, the same line, or anything like that. And it's a shame, because I do think that when they do original molds, this company, they do pretty good. But I'm curious to see what this, what goes on with this. I think these are like $75 a pop. But if you are into the Road Warriors, these will be available. You can get them in red, you can get them in gold, or you could just get one set. You can mismatch them like this. Yeah, so listen, Latuni has a lot of great names signed. Andre the Giant, Macho Man, we've got Ric Flair, LOD. I mean, some of the biggest stars in wrestling, right? So my take on it is, if you can afford these stars, I think we should be doing some new original molds, right? Not just changing little things. So I hope that we see more of that along the line, because there was also this, a completely original mold of Andre the Giant, promo Andre the Giant. I really don't know what this white stuff is that's seeping out of the bottom of his pant leg, to be honest, but I do think the mold looks great. The things that are painted look good. I think from the side profile, it does look like Andre the Giant. He looks massive. I'm curious to see it next to another figure. I do think this is very good, but if you're into any of these are available at Latoonie.com, LATOONIE.com. To be completely fair, I have never owned a Latuni figure. I do not know the quality, but I've talked to a few people, Fig Vault included, and he really likes the quality of the Macho Man ones. So apparently the quality of them is very good. If you're into them, go pick them up. Epic Toys showed off the cloth goods for their upcoming Barbarian. We did not see this when they showed off the prototype images initially, and now we're seeing it. Very, very cool. I think all the molding on the figure alone is incredible. So highly detailed. I don't even think it needed the cloth goods. You throw the cloth goods in there, and this just takes this thing to the next level. Check out the claws at the bottom of the cloth. It's got the skulls on it, and here's the back. I mean, Listen, I had no plans of getting this figure. After seeing the cloth goods and after seeing like the actual figure, he's gonna have like the horn, the whatever you want to call it. I don't know, the antler, uh, thorns, whatever. I don't know what you call them, but he's gonna have that removable headpiece. I think this is gonna be an excellent figure. So I think I'm gonna have to pick this up, and it's gonna be a premium, especially if these tariffs stay around. So hopefully that's not the case, but yeah. And Major Wrestling Figure Podcast showed off. They got a special little package from Zombie Sailor Toys of a little teaser of some upcoming figures. Now, we knew about this blue, the baby blue, as I like to call it, the Galoob style gear, Ric Flair, but did not know that they were doing Gladiator Mike Awesome. And yes, it's literally the Mike Awesome figure without Awesome on the back of the trunks and has a little bit of face paint. But guess what? That's enough for me. It's a totally different character. I got to pick this up, and it's limited to 1,000. So I can't wait for that Gladiator. And I love that he's on a yellow card. I'm very curious what the reasoning is behind the color cards. Like, what do they each represent? Because I can't really keep up. There's red, there's purple, there's blue, there's yellow. And initially I thought it was series, but it's not, because they keep going back to different colors. So either way, I'm down for these. I think I got to pick both up, but definitely the Gladiator Mike Awesome. And also this is what I was talking about, the red. So red was series 2, as well as Danhausen. And we don't know when this Roadkill's coming out, but he's going to be on a red card. He has a removable hat, but the whole figure, the head, the body, this thing looks excellent. Dare I say, this might be one of Zombie Sailor Toys' best figures. 100% need. I know Fig Vault at one point was going to be doing an ECW shelf. This made me want to do an ECW shelf myself of just retros. But also on the back, it had some previews of some upcoming figures that we've seen before, Mr. Hughes, Bob Holly. But check out this one, Chris Candido. And you'll notice it's different than the one we've already gotten. Little blurry, but that is 100% Skip. And honestly, I wasn't sure if he was going to do Skip. I didn't even need that original Chris Candido if I knew he was going to do this. And that's exactly why they do this, right? So Skip is coming to the Heels and Faces line. Also, the Regium series is getting thicker and thicker, baby. Grapplers and Gimmicks. Mitch from Hastel Toys showed off the upcoming Rougeau modern day scale, 6-inch scale figures. And they look great. They have like ultimate torsos, a lot of articulation. And I was talking to him today, and he said he's got some big things coming. So stay tuned for that. Also, Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, Collect Major, they sent over to me one of their 1 of 500 Harley Race Big Rubber guys to review. And guys, I dig this. So it's tough to see in this picture, but when I move to the next one, man, this thing is an upgrade from the last one, in my opinion. I love the red. I love the blood, but the tattoo is in the correct spot. There was a little snafu on the original Harley Race where the tattoo ended up on the tricep, even though that wasn't approved. So very stoked to see this with the proper tattoo placement. And then I saw that Wow Brands, who does the Slap Band Championship titles that I unboxed on the channel as well, and the Thumb Wrestlers, also has Series 1 Thumb Wrestler ring sets with exclusive Thumb Wrestlers. So check this out. Cody Rhodes and Jay. The Jay is exclusive because the standard one in the blind bags has like pink rimmed glasses. And then we got Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Remember, everybody was saying like, oh, Damian Priest is on the packaging, but he's not in the line, blah, blah, blah. And, then people started speculating that he's in Series 2. He is the exclusive in the ring set. And honestly, I think it looks good. People are saying it looks like Undertaker. Dude, Damian Priest outlines his eyes. He wears eyeliner. I think this look just like him. I think this is one of the better thumb wrestlers that they've done. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for these in general. I love thumb wrestlers, and I love the fact that these heads look very fun and cartoonish. I think it's cool. Then we found out that Hallmark, continuing on with their annual releases of WWE ornaments, is going to be doing Stone Cold Steve Austin. This will be out in October. It's $20.99. I 100% will be picking this up. I have The Rock. I have Hogan. These are very, very hollow, thin plastic, and I can promise you it's not going to look as good as that picture, but there's a certain charm to them, right? So I love collecting these, so I will be picking this up. And now On to my favorite thing that we saw this week, Big Shots. If you are a fan of Wrestling Buddies, Big Shots is doing it big. No pun intended. They're doing the best buddies out there. And here we saw Damian Priest, and I believe they spelled his name wrong. An E instead of an A. I believe it is an A, right? Yes. So that is interesting. We saw Dominic Mysterio, which I dig. I love the hair. I love that he's got his chin up, kind of like Dominic does. You'll notice if I go back to Damian Priest, he's like kind of looking forward. But if you look at Dominic, he's looking up. I love that these guys have all their tattoos and they're very well done, artistic, and properly placed. But dude, the purple rib cage on his gear is awesome. He's got his chain. He's got the fringe. This might be their best one they've done, period. But you can't have Dominic without Liv. So we're getting Liv Morgan. And shout out to Big Shots for making female wrestling buddies. I don't think we've ever gotten them before, correct? Besides the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. At least off the top of my head, we got Rhea Ripley, we got Bianca Belair, and now we have Liv Morgan. So this is huge, and it looks just like her. Those piercing blue eyes, the tears in the shirt. You can even see her bra coming out. Liv on the shirt. Check out the detail on those shorts. She's got the mesh, the belt. I mean, there's so much going on here. Very, very fun release. So shout out to Big Shots for doing some great stuff. Those are available at getbigshots.com. But yeah, that's everything we saw this week. Not a huge amount of reveals, but as I said, that's kind of expected when you are dealing with WrestleMania season. There's going to be a lot of stuff revealed next week, a lot of drops, a lot of pre-orders. So make sure you're tuning into the channel. But more importantly, if you're interested in getting the drops, especially the Fan Takeover Cena or the Farewell Cena Elite, I'm telling you guys, you got to be following me on Instagram at FigHeal. I post all the links directly as soon as they go up, as soon as they go live. So make sure you are following along so you don't miss anything. All right. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeal. Twitter is at TheFigHeal. A lot of you have been reaching out to me about the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia the past couple weeks. And saying it's not on Amazon. Yes, guys, it is completely sold out of the first run. We are currently in the process of working on a second run and trying to get it done as quick as possible because I know there's a lot of people that are looking to get it, but the first run officially sold out. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting it. And yeah, stay tuned. I will be posting links when that's available. And if you're not already, get on Whatnot. I mean, this is one of my favorite apps to use to get wrestling figures. You can join at whatheal.com and you'll get $15 off your first purchase. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeal. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeal. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at whatheal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.